Hey guys, what's going on? This is just a quick review of the Velvet Shell mid-season reinforcements. They reworked some of the operators, specifically Glaz having a thermal sight on his gun. I'll some video of that in a second, all the other bumps. They're going to be putting technical test servers, which is like a community test environment of some kind. Elite skin for Twitch came out. Doc now overheals to 140. Buck's DMR got a trigger limit, so you can't spam it as fast. I didn't see that, though, in practice. Extra magazine on the skeleton key. Vaultable holes are still fine. Caps Para got a recoil reduction. Thermites 556 got a recoil reduction. The C7E got a recoil increase. And the MP5 SD has a range damage increase and an overall damage increase. And the Lazen has a range increase. So this is some examples of the thermal sight. Like how they could help you out, right? So I just saw that terrorist foot. Probably wouldn't have seen that before. Crack open a door here. I mean, that probably would have killed them either way, right? Same with right here. But this is where Glaz comes in pretty handy with his thermal sight. You can throw a smoke grenade down where you wouldn't be able to see much. And then you could literally just stand in the middle of it and shoot people in the head. So it's pretty convenient. Some other ways you can do this, like already spots I'm kind of thinking of. This is more like ranked and stuff, right? But you can smoke out the pillbox on, like, say, Canal when you open it, and you could just kill everybody inside. This will definitely be a pretty nice class. Like, no one could say for sure, right, till it gets tested competitively. But for right now, you can literally just stare into smoke and kill people. I mean, if a smoke... This also works, right, with Capitau's miniature bolts. This works through smoke grenades. This works through dust. Like, there's some really dusty areas right on maps, like in the workshop on Border. It's really dusty down there. You can see clearly all through that spot. It also works through smoke grenades. So also pretty nice. So say if there's a smoke throwing smokes, you can shoot him like while he goes to throw the second one after he throws the first. A bunch of different options. I think it will be pretty nice and useful once it sees itself fully mature. So all three of the sights got changed, and Doc has a 140 HP overheal now instead of 120. I mean, the overheal is nice. So the red dot, the hollow, and the reflex all got resized. So I'm going to show you guys all three of those. The Doc overheal, though, I don't think it'll make him like have a higher pick rate. I don't think it makes him OP. I think it's a nice addition, just because the HP drops down so quickly. I did some tests where I was like jumping off of high places. I mean, it's not going to save you from a headshot. A headshot does like 200 and something damage. But it doesn't help you really from jumping off anything. But I guess it's nice, right? If you're overhealing and you're going in to fight somebody, I suppose it's nice to have that extra HP. Never hurts, right? So, we are going to move on to the Buck DMR now. The Buck DMR, as you can see, I'm just spraying it like crazy right now. I didn't notice any trigger limit. I guess there's a lot of people that can shoot much faster than I can, but from what they've told me is they haven't been able to see any like things stopping them either. And Buck's skeleton key also got an extra magazine. So over here, I'm just trying to spray it as fast as I can. I'm pretty shitty at it most of the time. Occasionally, though, especially like I guess near the end, I get some okay mags off. And overall, the gun seems to be normal to me, at least. And from what people tell me, it's fine. Like, no one I know has been able to hit the trigger limit on it. It might be for more of like stopping macros and on Xbox and PlayStation, like the modded controllers. So the extra mag, how does that affect competitive play? Probably not much. You can be a little bit more like, you don't have to be as careful, I guess, where you place your buck holes. You can just kind of rip open a whole extra section of the floor, basically, at this point. So Thermite's gun got a massive recoil reduction. So I played Thermite all through the Invitational, like in our practice leading up to it. This is me I controlled the recoil to start, and there I didn't at all. You can pretty much just pull down the gun and it is a laser beam at this point. I mean, it's not as good as say like you know, there's certain weapons that are obviously better, right? Like, it's not like Buck's C7E was. It's not as good as an L85, but compared to what Thermite's gun was before, it's very good. You can see here I'm just kind of like spraying at these people to try to see how easy it is to control the recoil, and it's not bad at all. Capitow's gun also saw a massive recoil reduction. So here I am just kind of going around terrorist hunt. It feels very nice as well. Like I said, not like Thermite's gun, it seemed like had an even bigger improvement, but Capitow's gun is much easier to control as well. I think this will be pretty nice because when he lost his grenades, he pretty much, there wasn't really much of a reason to pick him unless you had a very, very, very specific idea in mind of what you were going to do with them, or you're completing a challenge or something, I guess, right? But for the most part, yeah, you wouldn't really see too high of a pick rate of him anymore because his gun was very lackluster, high recoil, low fire rate, low damage. At least now his recoil is more in line, so he can maybe be picked. I mean, he's still a 3-speed, the gun's slightly better. Still sucks that he lost nades, so I don't think his pick rate will ever be quite as high as it was previously when he had grenades. But still a good operator to pick at this point. Definitely a little bit more doable. At least you're not handicapped by a really bad gun. Jackal C7E got a recoil, an increase in recoil. So from what I noticed, it still seems like it's an insanely good gun. Maybe not quite as good as it was before, especially through extended fire. It seems to kick a little bit now on, like, say, like the 5th bullet or so, 4th, 5th, 3rd, depends kind of. I guess it's sort of random. But overall, I mean, the gun still feels really, 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 really nice. A big thing too, I'll put a link in the description with all the, there's been a ton of bug fixes and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that this doesn't reintroduce any, because most of the time we get patches, there's more bugs that come up. But that'll be in the description below. And then just put a quick image up for the other 2 guns that got buffed. The Lazen for Caveira got a buff at range. And same with the MP5SD, 0 to 15 meters. It won't have any fall off damage pretty much, which is pretty nice. So that's all, guys. Appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you guys next time.